You ever have one of those days? Not a bad day, but what the kids call a day. What would happen if everything in your life went to hell? Would you be able to stand it? Or would you wind up falling down? Directed by bat-nipples Schumacher, Falling Down stars Michael Douglas and Robert Duvall. When I first saw Falling Down, I think I missed some of the things that I picked up later. We'll get into that. The movie opens on a hot, miserable LA morning. William, played by Michael Douglas, is stuck in traffic. Already, it's a tense environment. Ever drive to work in traffic so bad that you just wanted to turn around and go home?
Going home. Hey!
Every day. So, I guess he's walking. This is before cell phones were a common thing, so he stops to use a payphone. But he needs change. This helpful, not, convenience store owner will not make with the change.
No change. Have to buy something.
But he's not a thief. He buys a Coke, gets change, and leaves. This is the part of the quest where our hero collects his first weapon, a baseball bat, +5 ass whoop. We also meet Pendergast, played by Robert Duvall. He's a cop on his last day. He's doomed. The way they foreshadow his death is not subtle.
Seriously, Pendergast, it's your last day. Be careful. Remember what happened to Forsyth?
Oh, yeah.
Bill stops to enjoy his Coke, but two wild gangbangers appear. Of course, they're reasonable.
Fucker, give us your motherfucking briefcase.
You want my briefcase? Here's my briefcase!
He takes care of them and manages to loot yet another weapon, a butterfly knife. +8 cool factor, +12 stab a bitch.
It is you, isn't it?
He finally finds a phone.
Yeah, it's me.
But the gangbangers track him down with their homies.
It's him! It's him, man!
I didn't know stormtroopers had a crib in East LA. They're so bad at this, they wreck their car.
You missed.
Bill loots their wreck. A bag of machine guns, +10 lead damage, +20 NRA points.
No, don't fucking do it, man!
He does have some harsh words.
Take some shooting lessons, asshole.
And a flesh wound. Bill's path is blocked.
Where you going?
Going home.
Not this way or not.
So far, every single person he's run into has been a total asshole. He just wants to get home in time for his daughter's birthday party. This rude beggar understands. Not.
I'm not giving you any money. You got a cigarette? I don't smoke. Oh, come on, man.
So Bill gives him his briefcase. Or rather, his lunchbox.
Son of a bitch!
Meanwhile, the cops are building their case.
White shirt and tie.
My God, get an APB out on every Mormon in LA. Bill continues his quest. Now I want a McDLT. Remember the McDLT? The package kept the meat hot, the lettuce cool. McDonald's, bring it back.
Hi, I'd like some breakfast.
We stopped serving breakfast.
Come on, man, just lose it.
Yeah, well, hey, I'm really sorry.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm really sorry too.
And that's why McDonald's now serves breakfast all day. The only person who Bill seems to sympathize with is this poor guy. It's a small moment, easy to miss, but a powerful one.
Don't forget me.
He understands, and we soon find out why. Bill had been laid off from his job.
I don't know if you've noticed or not, but there's other people waiting to use the phone here.
Cell phones would have solved this.
I think it's out of order.
He'd been sporting a pretty big hole in his shoe through the movie, so it's time to go shopping.
I'm just looking for some hiking boots.
He gets new boots, +8 foot protection, +19 shit kicking.
Yeah, police officer. I'm looking for a man.
Are you now?
Yeah, late 30s. White shirt and tie. He'd be carrying a gym bag.
The good news, the shopkeep has his back when the cops drop by. He's apparently a fan who's been following his exploits on the police scanner. The bad news, the shopkeep is a bit of an extremist. I did not see that coming. Bill adds a rocket launcher to his inventory. Plus 12, boom. But their budding friendship grinds to a halt and things get weird.
You and me, we're the same, don't you see?
We are not the same.
You know it's bad when this guy, the guy who's been shooting things all day, is suddenly the voice of reason.
You want freedom, huh? I'll give you fucking freedom.
It could have gone worse.
Spread them out. Farther.
Actually, it looks like it's going a lot like that.
Now give me your other hand. Give it to me now. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Almost forgot about that knife, didn't you? I'm being honest here, but this is satisfying. Fuck this guy. Meanwhile, the cops are still not getting that the morning's events are connected.
You dumb goddamn bitch.
Satisfying. Bill's path is blocked yet again.
What's wrong with the street?
Nothing.
But this time, he's leveled up. It takes a child to explain to him how to use this rocket launcher.
Like this?
Yeah.
All those hours playing Doom paid off.
Look out.
Well, great. If it wasn't broken before, it is now. He takes a quick detour through the caddy shack and runs into an asshole playing golf.
Listen, what am I paying my fucking dues for? This is my golf course. If I want to play here, I will play here.
Is this guy a toddler? Who gave him a golf club?
Fine.
This is going well. Either he's having a heart attack or he's in love.
Well, I guess you're out of luck, aren't you?
He's almost home, but now the picture's darker. Bill and his ex-wife are estranged. In fact, there's a restraining order, which he's about to violate. Bill gets to their house, but everyone's fled. Sorry, dude, your princess is in another castle. Bill takes in some home movies, the old reliable exposition engine. In this one clip, we get Bill's story.
Put her on the horse. I bought her the goddamn horse.
He's got a temper, and he scares his family. This man is losing everything before our eyes. I like Michael Douglas. Ever since The Streets of San Francisco, Romancing the Stone, Wall Street, I've been a fan. Okay, it creeped me out a little bit in Basic Instinct.
I'm the bad guy?
Bill is referred to in the credits as his license plate, Defense. A laid-off defense contractor, now seemingly taken on the role of defending people from the ills of society. At the start of Falling Down, I sympathized with him. Just some guy going to work, becoming increasingly frustrated with the world around him. Everyone he meets is either exceedingly mean, miserable, or just plain rude. And have I mentioned stereotypical? You want to see Bill kick ass. You want him to win and these assholes to lose. He's even been referred to as a vigilante. You know who else was a vigilante? Batman. But his phone calls home get increasingly menacing. His reactions to people become more extreme and violent. As you learn more about him and the situation, it actually gets frightening. And it's a notion that I missed the first time I saw this movie. He was plainly pushed over the edge. But what was on the other side of that edge? Was he really just going to see his daughter on her birthday? Or are we watching the birth of a killer on his way to commit a horrible crime instead of just a down-on-his-luck dad? Very possible this was way more than just a man having a bad day. The cops arrive at the house, and there are shots fired. R.I.P. Robert. Oh wait, his partner was shot. Expectation averted.
I'm not your wife anymore.
No? Sugar, does this ring a bell? Till death do us part?
But Pendergrass is there to defuse the situation.
You know, I got a gun.
This has to be where Robert Duvall dies, right?
You want to draw?
I went into this expecting Bill to triumph, and by the end, I'm afraid he will. But Bill brings a squirt gun to a gunfight, forcing Robert Duvall to essentially committing suicide. And that was Falling Down. The only good guy is Robert Duvall's Pendergast.
Congratulations, you made it out alive.
The cop foreshadowed to die. He'd been manning a desk because his wife is so afraid he'll get killed on the job. He's on his last day, and he's leaving the force for her. He's told jokes about dying on his last day again and again.
Seriously, Prendergast, it's your last day. Be careful.
You're behind your desk now. Not much chance of getting wounded there.
Wouldn't you think he was gonna die?
You know I'm not superstitious.
It's a tense, serious story, but the tone is somewhat light and almost flippant at times.
Can anybody tell me what's wrong with this picture?
The violence is casual and kind of cartoony. Even Michael Douglas doesn't show much emotion when shooting a guy. But this isn't bad acting. This is a sociopath. We start with a simple, frustrated man and end with a brutal, cold-hearted Terminator.
Now you're gonna die wearing that stupid little hat.
It feels like we started the movie in the second act. Bill is a character that's been brewing for a long time. Every situation plays out like a skit, illustrating what he finds wrong with the world. Bill makes speeches about what he finds wrong. High prices, rude clerks, needless construction, class division, street crime, the inability to get goddamn pancakes. I said the movie plays like a collection of skits, and a couple of them can even be removed and wouldn't affect the story, but each one does give you more insight into Bill's mind. Who hasn't felt frustrations like these? At one point, we sympathized with him, pitied him, living vicariously with someone dealing with problems that we've all had. But by the end, you might feel kind of guilty for even daring to relate to him. Falling Down gets a 3.5 out of 5. It's well acted, well directed. The main backstories are doled out in small chunks, and it builds their characters as we go. But they telegraphed Robert Duvall's death so much earlier that to have him not die was just kind of weird. But it does go with the way this movie twists expectations. Things start making more sense, and the shift in Michael Douglas's character is a real sucker punch. If you like this review, give it a thumbs up. And subscribe. For reasons. Have you ever had a really bad day? Tell us about it in the comments. This is theNewBee, and as always, thanks for watching.
I'm the bad guy?